But against a character like Bowser, and even some that are even a little smaller than his size, there are some situations that not only, let Diddy expel the damage on you, but let you easily call out some of his options if you're not careful. And Rivers just did a wonderful job at that, just covering his bases. But hey, that was then, this is now. We got 2 more players coming up for you guys right here. Can't tell who they are because they are currently not on the HUD right now, as we can call it.
But we've got 9SuperPie and UtopianRay. Yeah. We're finishing each other's sentences. That's cute.
Aw, turtle.
Either way, man, UtopianRay, the classic New York Banjo. So excited to see his play. Banjo's not a common character, definitely a lot stronger on Wi-Fi, according to a lot of people. Those Wonder Wing callouts are much stronger there. However, 9SuperPie is cementing himself as one of the top Wi-Fi warriors. So this is going to be a very fun match to watch. Oh! Almost.
Yeah. Some would argue, that whole spiel. Oh my god, beautiful reactions to get the forward air on the opposite direction besides the ledge. Some would argue that about Banjo because in general, just, what's the word I'm looking for? Not going to get that up smash yet. Reacting on Wi-Fi is not as easy, of course, because there is input delay as well as other things that, make the experience not as good as it would be offline. So with an invincible move like Wonder Wing as that back air takes the stock, with an invincible move like Wonder Wing that you got to really react to sometimes, especially if you're an aggressive player, that move just becomes a little bit better because it's a little harder to deal with it if you're like a reaction-based player, But I mean, I guess Wi-Fi meta is different.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw James die for that same mix-up with Banana instead of Grenade. Ray getting called out for that with the Wario back air as well, just dropping ledge and pulling out an unsafe option to attempt to get some kind of advantage state. Doing it again, that time not getting punished, though. You can see the rewards of a play like that. But 9SuperPie definitely being privy to an option like that.
Not able to get him in a ledge trap situation anymore, which I feel like 9SuperPie was doing a really, really great job of. Just hanging back, like at pretty much roll distance, and then just jumping up, trying to fall with a neutral layer to cover his bases. See if he can react to wherever UtopianRay is going to go, or at the very least, do something low-lack enough where he can cover his bases to whatever UtopianRay's option was. And as a result, he's doing a really good job keeping this game relatively close. I mean, on the screen might say 2 stocks for you guys right here, but I mean, it's really not. 9SuperPie basically has a third one, as you can tell, because he's flashing yellow right there, which is kind of how you know that waft is on deck, and you know that SuperPie is saving that right now. Definitely does not want to use that on Ray at 108%, but now, with the whole stock down and onto his final stock of the game, he might have to whip it out a little earlier than intended.
Yeah, definitely. Banjo being one of the heavier characters in the game despite his small stature. That waft kills early, but it doesn't kill Banjo as early as most characters, and it can be tough to get that combo hit on him because he's so small. However, dash attack shoulder pile driver, closing things up. We're in a dangerous spot. Everybody knows what Wario with Rage is like.
Yes, we do, my friend. Yes, we do. And that's the thing. You want to talk about small characters with a lot of weight on him. We got another one on the screen for you right here in Wario. He's going to be living a little bit longer because despite this character's immense mobility, especially in the air, he's one of the heavier characters in this game as well. So he's going to be living a little bit longer than, he's going to be living a little bit longer than he appears. And that just means more time for him to potentially get this kill confirmed, which you can literally tell by the fact that he's not fighting him in the meat. He ran up and up tilted. You know what he wants, and he's looking for it right now, whipping out the clap and the up tilt. I guess he didn't want to risk it that time. Thought the percentage was a little too high.
Yeah, wasn't able to pull the trigger there. I think 9SuperPie is definitely going to try and find a situation where he can get a tech chase with that waft instead. The opportunities were running out there. 9SuperPie just pulling out the trigger, and now it's going to be immensely more difficult, but still not out of the range of possibility.
Definitely not. Wario's got a pretty solid neutral in and of himself. Some of his hitboxes can be a little awkward, but they kill. And speaking of killing, the Wonder Wing, of course, from the ledge is going to do it right there. He knew the waft was not on deck anymore, something he didn't have to worry about getting insta-killed. Probably didn't think Wario would have enough time to run up and do one of his smash attacks, considering that they don't really come out that fast. So Wonder Wing would be relatively safe right here to use. And on top of that, he had another one, Turtle Hands. So I think that was a really smart option from Ray right there.
Yeah, that jump ledge Wonder Wing is a very, very good get off me, kind of wake up option from the ledge there because of the invincibility on the move. It really calls out opponents who aren't confident in their timing. And I think that's a situation where no matter how seasoned you are as a player, you're going to be a little hesitant on which move Banjo uses because you don't want to get reversaled and die there.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much any move you put out is going to get beat up by that Wonder Wing if you're not careful. It is invincible for a reason, but it is also limited for a reason, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to get the ledge go, for sure, for sure. Now we got the ledge go situation coming out from SuperPie right here, getting all this good damage, plenty of insurance, while all the while that waft builds up. Just get that good extra insurance for, you know, whenever he's going to wind up needing that. But the reversal from Utopian, not that much.
Yeah, not even burning a second Wonder Wing to just grab ledge there. I think that's really, really good resource management there from Ray, and now playing a more cautious game. Banjo doesn't have the luxury of combos like Wario does. He gets his straight hits by hitting his projectiles, which, I mean, 9SuperPie, granted, it's running into every single grenade that he's throwing out, so that's pretty generous of him, but...
Oh yeah, it ain't a style thing or nothing like that. You know, Banjo whips out that down beat pretty much every 3 seconds because he needs to. You want to talk about awkward hitbox, lack of a solid punish game with normals. That's Banjo Kazooie for you to a T. While Wario is that Wonder Wing's gonna take the stock. It's funny because, you know, I'm sorry, please go ahead.
No, I mean, I think we've seen Ray use this raw Wonder Wing in so many spots where just 9SuperPie is just giving away his rhythm way too much. And like, if you're getting called out by raw Wonder Wings like that, your jump patterns or your landing habits are pretty telegraphed.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see a Wario be very aggressive with a character like Banjo in the corner who's got like an invincible burst option, because as long as SuperPie is like patient enough, which right there you see, he can be able to get huge punishes like these, man. 0 to 100, easy peasy, man. Like, it's not like you're like a big character like Bowser or a very immobile character like Robin or something like that. You're playing as Wario. You have some of the best air mobility in this entire game, my friend. So if there's any character that really doesn't have to worry about egg grenade too much, honest to God, it's Wario.
Yeah.
We're not really seeing that from SuperPie too much. SuperPie, whenever she has Banjo in the corner, is kind of just swinging for the fences, you know, just like empty hopping, empty full hopping, you know, just whipping out a back air and whatnot, and she's kind of just getting hit by the egg grenades for it, when they don't really have to.
Yeah, and I mean, the openings there from 9SuperPie were incredible. But Ray just made all of that damage back up. A few reads could be detrimental to the flow of this game for 9SuperPie at this point.
I mean, I'm going to say, I don't know how detrimental it could be when you're Wario up on your second stock and you got Waft on deck. Pretty much at perfect up air conversion percent as well, and up tilt 1 is who you know that SuperPie is going to be looking for that. But instead seems to be going for those damage, getting a little bit more insurance in case this stock will be gone, which is... It's all dependent on the play style of Wario that you choose to elect. Like, are you the kind of person who's going to, like, really take advantage of that kill percent when you get it? Or are you going to wait for whiffs like that? And SuperPie, 9SuperPie, answering that question for us before we could even finish.
Yeah, that's just solid play with an advantage in stock there. I saw opportunities where 9SuperPie could have let that waft rip on that second stock, maybe just get a quick half waft kill, but the patience in just holding that out and saying, okay, I have a lead, they're going to mess up eventually, and Wonder Wing is not safe on shield, so easy patience, good stuff. That's a 1-1 now, so even straights for these players.
Even straights indeed, even straights indeed. Now, I'm hoping that the adaptation from 9SuperPie is going to continue to go in the trend that it's been going for him, because Wario is the kind of character, like I mentioned before, who's got this immense mobility. They don't really have to care about the egg as much as some other characters would be necessarily forced to deal with in the neutral. And on top of that, he can also eat it. He's one of the few characters in the game who's got the eat mechanic. I'm sure you can tell by that route ending pretty much longer than my arm would. But
oh gosh.
I feel like SuperPie has the opportunity to play really evasive if they want to, and not have to deal with the egg at all the while Waft will be charging up for that insurance. So I feel like Wario is the kind of character who can really deal with that move in a very effective way. But I mean, SuperPie's just got something else on the plate with how aggressive they've been so far. But hey, They took the last game, so let's just see how it goes, Turtlehands.
Sometimes you just want to slap them up. It's just what you gotta do.
Sometimes you just want to slap them, but you feel a little slap happy. Yeah, South Park in that High School Musical episode. It's definitely
gosh.
It's definitely SuperPie right now. Feeling slap happy.
It's too much. Oh gosh. UtopianRay trying to fight his way out of the corner here. Beautiful. Eating a grenade, as we were mentioning, the eating. I mean, you're in so much lag when you eat an explosive as Wario, and Ray just capitalizing perfectly. This could get bad.
If I'm not mistaken, though, I mean, that actually looked... That kind of looked like it as that up smash. Wow, takes the stock on Town.
Wow.
City. That had to have been
no
DI. Yeah, that had to have been DI or something like that. Town City's got the biggest blast zones we got so far. Banjo's a very, very heavy lad. Wario's up smash, I mean, 120... No.
It's not that strong. It is not.
It's definitely not that strong, no. I was going to say, you know, that eat on the egg grenade right there. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that has a hitbox when Wario eats an explosive projectile like that. So I'm pretty sure that's what Wario was trying to do before, but just didn't get the timing right to where, you know, UtopianRay's relative positioning was going to be. But that time it's working out for SuperPie, who evidently just remembered that they can do that, or at the very least got the opportunities.
Oh my gosh, again. That's the second time.
Yeah, I'm starting. Yeah, SuperPie. If we want to talk about how like adaptative they've been throughout this set, I think they might be starting to realize maybe I should stop doing that because it killed twice.
It blows up. Normally, it's not a good idea to eat something like that. You're gonna regret it later, you know?
Yeah, like that dude. Like Taco Bell just destroyed Wario twice now. You'd think he wouldn't have it for a third night in a row, but you know, here he is, rocking out to the town and city, going to the local Taco Bell that they just got there.
Just a night on the town for Wario. That's a death? Yeah. A bit of a miscue there for Ray. Mismanaging a few resources. That gives an opportunity for Wario to get back in this.
Oh, for sure. That's a huge opportunity, to say the least. Waft back on deck again. I mean, SuperPie seems to be like, yeah, basically even. I mean, SuperPie seems to be very patient with it. We never really see SuperPie go for any of the confirms or whatnot. I mean, we see her that, ooh, yeah, that Wonder Wing is going to take the stock off the side.
Wow.
2-1 for UtopianRay.
I mean, that was a late Wonder Wing too. Like, I mean, that was a very, very hard call out. This is I believe, the third time in the set, once per game, where UtopianRay has just let that Wonder Wing rip, and it has just worked.
yeah, sometimes you just gotta Beyblade that move, you know what I mean? Just let it rip, put that out. But like, I was gonna say for SuperPie's sake, like, you know, you see them go for, like, the confirm every now and again, you know, run up tilts like we saw in that first game, but whenever that percent seems to be just about right for Banjo in that 50 range, 60 range, and whatnot for the falling up air waft or the up tilt waft, those are the times where we don't really ever see SuperPie, like, go for it. Like, it's funny, in those situations, SuperPie seems to be a lot more reserved with the waft, and that worked out for them in the second game, for sure, which we saw that, you know, with that whiffed Wonder Wing in the corner, which he was more than prepared for. And now that doesn't seem to be the case. It's like so many other Warios, it's like we saw Wario at 100% on his last stock versus this Banjo's final fresh stock, right?
Yeah.
This is where you or me or any commentator would be like, oh, it's even. Oh, yeah, it's even still, because, like, you know, we all say that because we talk better than us at the game, play it. But those are the situations where we don't really see SuperPie fish for it as much. It's like that's when they decide to be patient with it, which is very interesting. I don't know if, like, that's how they choose to just sort of, like, stay unpredictable with a character like Wario, who has definitely the mobility and, you know, frame data to do so, but I don't know. It's just interesting to see. It's a very unique Wario we got here, Turtlehands.
Yeah, definitely. And I think one of the biggest factors in the better Warios we see is identifying the win condition. You know that the waft is your win condition, and you got to play around it. I have no idea what happens there.
Yeah, I'm a little confused as well. Did he air dodge in the blast zone or something?
They Wonder Winged straight into the blast zone.
Oh.
They decided it was just time to not have the stock anymore.
Maybe it was like a controller snapback thing, and they just UtopianRay just did it the wrong way somehow. I have no idea. Maybe he just didn't feel like playing anymore for like 3 seconds, and then immediately felt like playing again.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
gosh.
Either way, he's getting slapped up this game, Turtle.
Yeah, the Wario slaps, the raise the roofs. I mean, it's hard to come back. 124, this big of a detriment. Like, as Banjo, how do you recover from this? It's unlikely. It's unlikely.
Yeah, Wario definitely looking like a Guido in like the Jersey club right now. Because his arms definitely never go on a vacation. Raising the roof, spinning with that dance move down air, and getting the kill for it. Only 30% turtle hand.
I mean, 9SuperPie did a great job of getting that lead early, and that SD just completely changed the tide of the match, and now that's it. Oh my gosh! Still alive. I mean, Banjo's a very heavy character, but like, what do you do?
Keeping the pressure on as well, throwing the bike and the forward airs off the level, making sure he stays absolutely relentless against UtopianRay, not even giving him an inch or a chance to breathe right now, which is funny because he didn't even have to do that. You know, SuperPie could just sort of hang back, let that waft go and whatnot, let it charge and whatnot. You're up 3 stocks to 1, but no, my man wants to play the game, keep the pressure on, and just call out UtopianRay wherever he goes with bites and slaps. Oh, the coverage, man.
Oh man, it's either slap, 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 clap, clap, clap. Saboldi, Drovanovsky. Shoutouts to Jimmy Neutron.
Vote for SuperPie! SuperPie play Wario good!
It's too much. Oh my gosh.
Don't forget SuperPie!
Oh, it's too good. It's too good. I can't handle it. We're at 2-2. I can't believe it. We're at 2-2.
We're 2-1. We're 2-1, my friend.
Hmm?
We're at 2-1, my friend. Oh,
no, it's definitely 2-2, bro.
When did Utopia win the second game? When did Utopia win?
Yeah, it was a stadium win for UtopianRay, stadium win for 9SuperPie, counterpick to town for UtopianRay, and then that.
Oh, yeah, there were 2 games on town. I got confused. Yeah. I got confused for a second. Okay, that's where it was. All right, never mind. Game 5. I'm done.
Yeah, game 5. We're back on town, baby.
I apologize for my dumbness.
I mean, it happens. It's no big deal at all.
Awesome.
Okay.
Ooh, scooping it up.
Chilling. Now, this is a tight neutral. I think these two have just kind of adapted to each other's playstyles right now. They're getting great counter hits. They're weaving in and out of small baits and hitboxes here and there. And 9SuperPie definitely making the most of this right now, even calling out that Wonder Wing before he had a chance to be invincible.
Oh, I love the patience from SuperPie right there on the up smash, but it actually did clip his hitbox just a little bit on the way in with that grab since the hitbox was already out. Very interesting scenario on that front. I mean, you saw the adaptation was there, but just the execution was a little off on SuperPie, and now the situation is reset once again. Oh my god, what a beautiful conversion, throwing the grenade down and instantly confirming that into the bite. I love that, man. I love it when characters, like, as that back there takes the stock, I love it when players, like, go up against, like, item-based characters, and they already, like, know what kind of, like, combos that they can implement with their character with the item like that. It's always a really cool thing to see, and it lets you know these players really have, like, a knowledge of their character to a higher extent.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the item play is absolutely essential when it comes to dealing with characters that have those options. And the fact that 9SuperPie is getting so much momentum off of that and just continuing this onslaught, almost lapped right before that Wonder Wing says, nah, it's a reversal. We're coming back. We're coming back. It's fine.
We're coming back, my friends. We're coming back. I mean, Banjo, it's a little bit slower. Like you mentioned earlier, doesn't have the biggest combo game in the world. Rather, he's a lot more of like a nickel and dime character, if you would. You know, he'll take those hits where you can get him, you know, keep the pressure on when in the situations that he can. But more than anything, he's all about waiting and just trying to get as many conversions off of that egg grenade as they can. But when you're fighting a character like Wario, who all the while you're taking your sweet time to get that damage, is just building up that potential win condition in the waft.
Oh boy.
It means things like this can happen. It means things like this can happen, Turtle Hands. And that's how Wario wins sets.
Yeah, I mean, the double nair is something that you do not see very often from Wario, and I'm pretty sure